Now in Good Morning Northwest, terror on a college campus as a man goes on a shooting rampage. What we know about the dead and injured and the man who caused so much pain.
Well, we've had some light flurries throughout the morning, starting to move out of our region. This afternoon, we'll see some sunshine, and there are more changes on the way. We'll talk about those.
And happy Valentine's Day. This morning, we're talking about what this holiday is costing the average sweetheart and how you can show love to local families in need. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Tuesday, February the 14th. We want to get straight to some breaking news overnight. At least 3 people have been killed and 5 injured in a mass shooting at Michigan State University.
Yeah, after a brief manhunt, police say the gunman shot himself off campus. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with what we have learned this morning about that shooter.
That's right. We now know the identity of the man accused of killing 3 people and injuring 5 others at Michigan State University. His name is Anthony McRae, and he's 43 years old. We also know that all 3 people that were killed and those injured are MSU students. Those 5 injured remain in critical condition this morning. That shooting began just before 8:30 p.m. last night at Berkey Hall on the north side of campus. Students were seen barricading themselves inside classrooms as the gunshots rang out. Shortly later, another shooting, police confirming more victims at another building on campus. That's the MSU Union. This morning, police confirming that the people injured remain in critical condition, as I said before, and were all MSU students. Now, these are images of McRae entering the MSU Union building. The manhunt came to an end just after midnight when he shot himself. Police believe there was only one suspect. Authorities have yet to determine a motive. Campus police say the 43-year-old was not a student or an employee. They also say he had no affiliation with the university. This shooting is the 67th mass shooting this year. And coming up in 30 minutes, we'll hear from some of the students who were on the campus at the time of the tragedy. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
All right, Sydney, thanks so much.
All right, let's get to Mark Peterson now with that first alert forecast. We're going to see the sun, but later.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 4 things you need to know. We've seen the morning flurries. They're still hanging out in Idaho. We are experiencing more mountain snows into the area lookout, which already has 13 inches. Now, it's going to be cooler today in many areas, but it's going to be quiet after this passes all the way through Saturday. We look at what we have for temperatures right now, 29 into Coeur d'Alene with, again, still some light snow, but not sticking to the roads. We're sitting at 28 and cloudy conditions. Things are going to be clearing. Doppler radar, yeah, that light snow is still prevalent as you go eastbound on I-90. It's going to be out there for another couple of hours. We are seeing things dry out west of Spokane as this whole system continues to make its way out of the area. So we're looking at about noon to have this clearing I-90 and continuing to make its way south really into the central panhandle of Idaho with just a few snow flurries after that potentially into the higher elevations. So for the next 12 hours, it's going to be clouds clearing later on this afternoon. Our high today is going to be 37 degrees.
All right, Mark, thank you. Questions about the future of Social Security, border security, and the debt ceiling filled the community center in Roselia, where U.S. Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers was on hand to try to provide answers. She also answered questions from farmers about redefining the waters of the United States and her plans to cut spending in Washington, D.C. It's part of McMorris Rodgers' town hall meetings planned for Eastern Washington. 4 News Now asked her about her push to hold social media and tech companies accountable for illegal activities on their platforms.
Skyrocketing numbers of families that have had their children purchase a pill online thinking that it's something else and it's fentanyl laced and dying, and yet they're not being held accountable.
The Congresswoman says she is going to the southern border with a group of legislators next Wednesday to talk about fentanyl making its way into the U.S. from Mexico.
Washington State Commerce Director Lisa Brown announced she is stepping down March 3rd. She's been the head of the department for about 4 years, but is no stranger to working in Olympia. Brown served as a state representative for Spokane for 2 decades before being appointed to lead the Department of Commerce by Governor Jay Inslee in 2019. In her time as director, Brown expanded the Commerce's community engagement and outreach team, along with launching the Small Business Resiliency Network to help small businesses and entrepreneurs from historically marginalized communities. She released a statement saying, in part, "I am proud of our work over the last 4 years and confident that this team will continue to excel in equitable community and economic development." She has not talked publicly about her future plans.
Northern Quest Resort and Casino announced its first lineup of performers for its outdoor summer concert series. This year's lineup kicks off with the Avett Brothers on July 14th, then Jason Mraz and his super band a few days later. Metal fans can look forward to Ghost with Eamon Amarth on August 5th. Also announced in August, Young the Giant with Milky Chance. Toward the end of the summer, you can look forward to Foreigner on September the 22nd and Dan and Shay on the 23rd. And this is just the first round of concert announcements. To check for updates as new shows are added or to see these first announcements again, you can find this story on our website, KXLY.com. Always fun to see the summer concert series lineup. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06.
All right, Mark is back taking a look at what we can expect on your Valentine's Day.
Clouds on the move yesterday, and we're going to have clouds on the move today. We've had some morning flurries, but we could see some sunshine this afternoon, so that'd be nice. It's still going to be cool for this Valentine's Day. Your full forecast is coming up.
And we're live at the Salvation Army Kroc Center this morning talking about an opportunity to help local food banks and through food banks help families in North Idaho.
And how much are you spending on your sweetheart this Valentine's Day? The amount people are paying is going up. How much? That's just ahead.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Chihuahua Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
When you've been seriously injured, choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, our team of winning attorneys is here for you. We'll review your case for free and start working immediately to win the compensation you deserve. Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see.
Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Today, lawmakers will begin getting classified briefings on the unidentified objects shot down over U.S. airspace.
Jets brought down 4 unidentified airborne crafts in just more than a week, including that Chinese balloon that fell into the waters off the South Carolina coast. According to a defense official, a significant amount of wreckage was recovered and will be analyzed. A full Senate classified briefing on China is scheduled for tomorrow. According to a top White House official, the U.S. is not currently tracking any more unidentified flying objects.
Rescue workers in Turkey say they're still hearing voices under the rubble more than a week after the devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake. This new video shows 17 and 20-year-old brothers being rescued from the remains of an 8-story apartment building more than 8 days after they were trapped. But more than 36,000 people have been confirmed dead from the quake and its violent aftershocks, and survival stories are becoming few and far between.
10 minutes past 6 o'clock on this Valentine's Day. It's going to be calmer and cooler today than yesterday. Yeah, not the winds. You'll need layers now, but your sunglasses later on. We'll see the sunshine. 37 our high today.
How much have you spent on your Valentine's Day gift? According to the National Retail Federation, the average person will spend more this year compared to last year.
About $193 per person, which is about $20 more than last year. But how can you show your love without breaking the bank? Kristen Mitchell from the website Living Well, Spending Less recommends ditching the traditional restaurant date and spending a romantic evening at home instead. One idea, have a wine or beer tasting night.
So fun. You buy just a few bottles of wine or just the single bottles of beer, and you get out those glasses that are in the cabinet that you haven't used for a long time, and they'll make it look really special.
Another tip, involve your kids or family members and host a game night, a pizza making night, or a fondue night.
We do a lot of hot chocolate bars here where we have all the sprinkles and all the inexpensive toppings for hot chocolate.
Other tips include recreating a memory like going to a first date spot, or have a dream night by making a plan for fun things to do in the future. Finally, Mitchell says you can try a meaningful personal gift rather than expensive flowers or jewelry. I can't get over the $193 per person spent, though. Man.
So, there's some very giving Valentines.
I guess so. Good morning. Maybe we're just cheap. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:12.
I mean, you know.
It's a lot of money.
It's just a made-up holiday anyway. Well, you can help make this Valentine's Day special, though, for real, for your neighbors in need. Up next, Destiny Richards is live with an easy way to share the love and what it'll mean for local families.
And a tense Coast Guard rescue in the Hood Canal. The video a little bit later here on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor. Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Infinity's energy-efficient windows and doors are built for life and backed by our limited lifetime warranty. Give your home the fresh new look it deserves and find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Call 892-6460 or go to residentialhs.com today to schedule your free design consultation and estimate. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements. Custom fit for life.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Idaho is growing, but let's not just grow larger.
Let's grow smarter.
After high school, college, or university,
Idaho public colleges and universities have the 6th lowest costs of all states.
And higher education means higher incomes.
More opportunities.
A better life for you.
For us.
For Idaho.
For Idaho.
Visit educationforidaho.org to learn more.
We have a friend right now in one of the hospice houses. He said, the people are so happy here. And he said, I feel safe.
We get to be with people at a very sacred moment.
The mission of Hospice of Spokane is to help people live as fully as they can during those dying days and weeks.
To serve with a mission and learn how you can join the Hospice of Spokane team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
It's now 6:15. When it's no longer the season of giving, food banks in our community can really struggle with getting enough donations to feed people in need.
The Salvation Army Kroc Center aims to help North Idaho food banks with its Families Feeding Families food drive. Destiny Richards is live at the Kroc Center on this final day of the 2-week food drive.
That's right. Today you can bring a monetary donation of $50 or some food items to the Kroc Center to help North Idaho food banks. And we are here with Jules Cosby again, talking about this Families Feeding Families food drive. Tell us a little bit about it for those who are just waking up with us.
So we do this annual food drive after the holidays, just really trying to meet the need of what we understand is a big time for food banks to kind of run low after all of the holidays. And it's really focusing on high protein foods and things that are readily accessible to people who are currently homeless. So things that are ready to eat right out of the can or the container and high protein.
Yeah, and we're surrounded by food now, but it's all going to be packed into boxes, all of these donations. So tell us about a little of what people are getting.
So each box will be packed with a variety of items. So you'll see in there everything from canned soups to some cereals, oatmeal, fruits, high protein snacks like the beef jerky and all of those different ideas, so that it's very much easily to pull out and that they're getting a good mix for the full day.
Absolutely. And tell us about who it's helping. I know we just hear families, but what typically are the situations these families are in?
So currently, even just in the Coeur d'Alene School District, we have about 500 kiddos who are without a home right now. And so we see a lot of this food going to families who are living out of cars or other spaces. And so we really want that to be something that not only adults can use, but kiddos can use too and get some good nourishment.
Absolutely. And we're just talking about how you might not think someone doesn't have access to a microwave, but that is a very real situation for people. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so these types of foods are really helping. Coming up later, again, we're going to talk to another local food bank that all of your gifts, all of your donations are really going to be helping with the Families Feeding Families food drive. Reporting live at the Kroc Center, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
And 500 homeless kids that they're helping just in the Coeur d'Alene area. So imagine the whole inland Northwest, right? The need is definitely great.
Yes. Hey, here is a live look this morning over downtown Spokane. And we are starting, it's not terrible. It's not like, I don't know. It's kind of like an morning to me. Like, not great, not bad.
But if you're in Pullman, it's burr. 18-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yes,
Yeah,
more
that's
sustained into the Palouse. So if you're down in that area, I mean, take a look. So you're going to have sustained winds to 11, 18, so that wind chill is there. Everybody else a little calmer, looking pretty good. Here's a look at the current temperatures. Most like you're at 33 degrees. We have upper 20s. Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, been there all morning. Sandpoint at 32. So we've seen some of this light snow land. It's been light flurries, but it hasn't really sat down and stuck to the roadways until you get 4th of July Pass and then make your way up to Lookout. Again, a reminder, Lookout Pass picking up 13 inches of snow. And then you look at into the Silver Valley. They've got anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow. So you're definitely going to see the winter driving there. Heading west, not so much. Things look pretty good. 37 degrees, clouds and cool with clearing later on. That's going to be this afternoon, overnight. Temperatures tomorrow morning are going to be at 23 degrees. Patchy freezing fog potential. We do have that moisture in the air, and we are going to get cold. We look at the radar big picture. Again, you look at Snoqualmie Pass and the northern Cascades, not much there. But we still see some in the southern Cascades coming out I-84, moving into Portland. You're going to find some winter driving there. We also see it moving out of the area through Missoula, down into the central panhandle of Idaho. That's going to be where it collects later on this afternoon. Closer view, things are moving. We do have light snow. Again, not sticking in areas of Coeur d'Alene, Rathdrum, higher elevations potentially, yes, as it gets a little cooler. Now, forecast, we're going to see this thing out of our region by around noon. It's going to continue to make its way into that central panhandle and into areas around the Oregon, Washington, Idaho triad there. We're going to see a little bit left into the mountains of North Idaho with some light flurries later on. High state not looking too bad. We're going to be in the upper 30s, downtown all the way through Liberty Lake, and then making your way into Post Falls. Coeur d'Alene's going to be 38 degrees, so we're going to add about 10 degrees to what we currently have, and it's going to be pretty nice. The planning forecast, so we're going to see that afternoon sunshine clearing overnight, temperatures cold 23, and then sunny with a few clouds on Wednesday and 38. Now we get some cloud cover, but we're not expecting to see anything but maybe a light flurry out of it. In the mountains, we're going to be in the low 40s, downtown into the mid 40s for Friday, Saturday. And then another system coming in Sunday, Monday, much like what we've just went through. Mountain showers, snow showers, and valley rain showers expected. That's going to be Sunday, Monday. So, boy, this week not looking bad, really.
No, really not at all. All right, Mark, thank you so much. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:20. The latest AP college basketball polls are out.
And we will tell you where the Gonzaga men and women are ranked and what the NCAA tournament chances look like for the Zags and the Eastern Eagles. That's next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
I'm Chad Young from the Easy Home Buyer, and I pay cash for houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast for cash, call us today for your no obligation as-is cash offer. We buy houses in any condition, and there are no fees, no commissions, and no repairs. We buy houses with tenants, fixer-uppers, bare land, even haunted houses. Woo! Call us today or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
There are a lot of ways to deal with a stubborn drain. Call us at Mainstream Plumbing. Our high-definition LED camera can go where no plumber's gone before, deep inside your sewer lines to find the root of the problem. Call 866-411-ZAP.
Horrific crimes like the murders in Moscow stay with us and can change how we act, how we parent, and how we live day to day. What can you do when those underlying fears become overwhelming? 4 News Now is getting answers Thursday at 6.
At Colville Toyota, the pups are always sniffing out a deal that works best for you. Plus, our entire team is customer focused.
If you want a hassle-free, simple, easy, enjoyable, and quick customer service, take a scenic drive to Colville Toyota.
We're customer-centered and here to help you with the new Toyota car, SUV, truck, and our mix of certified and used vehicles.
Colville Toyota, where it's easy to buy, easy to do business with.
We're your small-town dealership with a big heart.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
It's implausible.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's the Fantastic 4-Day sale at Denver Mattress. That's 4 fantastic days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. 4 days to check out the Fantastic Summit Firm for only $299.99. Or score fantastic deals on Tempur-Pedic with up to $500 off select mattress sets plus a $300 gift. Get 4 years no interest with no down payment and free shipping. As improbable as it seems, the Fantastic 4-Day sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
There's just about 2 weeks left in the regular season for college basketball, so not much time for teams to pad their resumes before the conference tournaments begin and Selection Sunday rolls around. But overall, a very good weekend in the Inland Northwest. After beating both San Francisco and BYU over the weekend, the Gonzaga men were rewarded by rising 3 spots in the latest Associated Press Top 25 poll to number 13 in the country. And according to ESPN's most recent bracketology, Joe Lunardi has the Zags as a number 4 seed in the Midwest region. The Bulldogs will now travel down to Los Angeles later this week for a matchup against Loyola Marymount and Pepperdine as they remain a game behind St. Mary's for first place in the WCC. On the women's side, they also rose in the rankings, up 3 spots to number 20 in the AP poll. They're coming off an impressive victory over Portland this past weekend that gave them back sole possession of first place in the WCC. Senior guard Kayleen Trong also was named Conference Co-Player of the Week thanks to her 20-point point performance that put her over 1,000 points in the Gonzaga career. And the Eastern Washington men continued their incredible run by getting a win over the Idaho Vandals down in Moscow on Saturday afternoon to extend their winning streak to 15 games, as they also improved to 13-0 in the Big Sky Conference. As of right now, Bracketology has them as a 15 seed in the South region, as they are more likely than not going to have to win that conference tournament in order to advance to the NCAA tournament. They now return home this Thursday for a matchup against Northern Arizona.
And you can now get beer at Reese Court as well. All right, take a look at this video showing the U.S. Coast Guard rescuing two people stuck in the Hood Canal. According to the Coast Guard, the two were unable to row to shore because of strong currents and winds between 40 and 50 miles per hour. A rescue swimmer hoisted the two people onto a helicopter, and they were brought to a nearby hospital to get checked out.
In the U.S., women's underwear is being taxed more than men's. A new report that found that American women are being charged a tax that is 35% higher than what their male counterparts pay. The average U.S. import tax rate on women's undergarments is 15.5% compared to just 11.5% for men's. Most international import tax systems have flat rates applying to all underwear, regardless of gender. In Japan and the European Union, women are taxed at a lower rate. I don't understand any of that. Why is there a difference?
It doesn't make any sense.
Don't get it. Just makes me mad, though. It's now 6:26.
All right, before we go to another break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America, starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, one-on-one with Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes.
How hurt were you in the second quarter?
The Kansas City Chiefs quarterback pulling off some late-game magic after re-aggravating his right ankle sprain late in the second quarter.
He is taken down. Mahomes is slow getting up. Oh, boy.
Before going on to throw a pair of touchdowns.
Touchdown, Chiefs! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Then complete 13 of 14 passes for 93 yards after the injury. And this morning, he's opening up to GMA.
What does it take to lead your team down 10, down double digits again in the Super Bowl to come back and win?
It's all about taking it one play at a time. That's all you can control. And that was what we did. We talked about it in the locker room.
And we'll have much more of our interview at the happiest place on earth with Super Bowl champ Patrick Mahomes coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Relapsing MS isn't the only thing I have going on. That's why my doctor and I chose Kesimpta. Kesimpta is different. It's the only B-cell treatment for RMS I can take at home once a month. Kesimpta was proven superior at reducing the rate of relapses, active lesions, and slowing disability progression versus Aubagio. For me, a once-monthly treatment just works for my schedule.
Don't take Kesimpta if you have hepatitis B, and tell your doctor if you have had it, as it could come back. Kesimpta can cause serious side effects, including infections. While no cases of PML were reported in RMS clinical trials, it could happen. Tell your doctor if you had or plan to have vaccines, or if you are or plan to become pregnant. Kesimpta may cause a decrease in some types of antibodies. The most common side effects are upper respiratory tract infection, headache, and injection reactions.
When I'm ready, I spend less than 1 minute a month taking Kesimpta. How I spend the rest of my time is up to me.
Ask your doctor about treating RMS with Kesimpta.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get energized with tons of equipment. Simply join through the free PF app. Deal ends Thursday, February 16th.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
From the beautiful craftsmanship of cabinets to the stylish looks of granite, quartz, and marble countertops, Northwest Granite has the staff and selection to help you transform your home, office, or cabin into the place of your dreams. Northwest Granite.
Turn your low energy into big fitness energy in 2023. Join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get energized with tons of equipment. Simply join through the free PF app. Deal ends Thursday, February 16th.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker starts with a couple of breaking news stories.
Now, former Vice President Mike Pence is expected to fight a recent subpoena from the special counsel investigating former President Donald Trump's post-2020 election activities. He's expected to argue he was president of the Senate at the time and therefore shielded from the order. A source familiar with his plan says he's expected to address the subpoena during a trip to Iowa tomorrow.
And breaking this morning, there's a new candidate for President of the United States. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who served as United Nations ambassador with the Trump administration, announced this morning she is running for president. She's the first major rival to officially challenge Donald Trump for the GOP nomination in 2024.
And ratings for live TV may be on the decline, but the Super Bowl bucked that trend in a big way. Nielsen ratings show the game between the Chiefs and Eagles was the third most watched program of all time, averaging 113 million viewers across television and digital properties. And Rihanna's halftime show drew an average of 118.7 million viewers, making it the second most watched performance in the Super Bowl history, second only to Katy Perry in 2015, which interestingly was in that same building in Arizona. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Tuesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Let's get to Mark with our first alert forecast.
Okay, we had a few light flurries coming in through the Washington side of things. Right now, we do have some variable clouds sitting at 28 degrees, dry around our region. Taking a look at the 4 things you need to know. The morning flurries continue, but in earnest into parts of Idaho. We still see the mountain snows. That's going to be another couple, 3-4 hours. It's going to be cooler today than yesterday, but it'll be quiet through Saturday. We do have some changes. We'll talk about those coming up. The Doppler radar has been busy this morning. We saw a few light flurries come through our area, and now we see a little bit more just coming out south of Deer Park and coming in through the valley, Liberty Lake, and that's going to be the trend again for another hour or two. This whole thing is going to be moving out of our region 10, 11, 12 o'clock, but we'll see another run into the northern areas, and we're going to see more light snow coming out of Canada. Again, this is going to be a mountain event. Today, we're going to add about 10 degrees to what we currently have. We're going to be in the upper 30s, and as we go through the day, well, we're not going to see a lot of increased flurry areas, We're not going to see a lot more of the flurries coming into the lower elevations. How about that? Just could not figure out how to say that. I lost track of commas and periods. We're going to have temperatures around 37 degrees.
All right, Mark, thanks. Way to hang in there. Hey, let's get to some breaking news. At least 3 people have been killed and 5 injured in a mass shooting at Michigan State University. All the victims killed and the people injured are MSU students.
Yeah, and after a brief manhunt, police say the gunman shot himself on campus, and we now know his name is Anthony McCray. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with the latest details and the terror that followed this shooting.
Yes, this morning we're hearing from the people who were at Michigan State University when 43-year-old Anthony McCray gunned down 3 people and wounded 5 others. The shooting began Monday night at an academic building and later moved to the nearby Student Union, a popular gathering spot for students to eat or study. Witnesses say students were seen frantically running, frightened and fearful.
See these people running in my direction and I sprint. I'm jumping down flights of stairs. Everyone's freaked out, everyone's terrified, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Students were asked to immediately shelter in place. One student, Dominic Malalki, was in class at the time.
The shooter came in our room and shot 3 to 4 times. Once he shot those rounds, we waited about 30 seconds to a minute, and it was silent. So we started breaking open one of the windows.
4 hours after the first shots were reported, police announced the suspect's death. They say the man shot himself. And at this time, police have released the age and the name of the suspect, but have yet to establish a motive. We know he's 43 years old. His name is Anthony McCray, and he has no ties to MSU. Right now, the shelter-in-place order has been lifted for students on campus, and the 2 buildings at the center of Monday evening shootings have reopened and are accessible to the public. The 5 MSU students who were injured all remain in critical condition this morning. Authorities are not releasing their names at this time. Now, this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll be sure to bring you any more updates when we learn them. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. And members of the Spokane community are mourning the death of 17-year-old Tyler Rowell. He was shot and killed in the Perry district last Wednesday in a drug deal turned robbery. He was one of 3 people shot at that one location that night.
His family and friends describe him as a funny, energetic, and loving young man whose life was unjustly stolen from him. We met with some of these family members and friends, including Tyler's grandmother, his cousin, and his girlfriend. They shared laughs and tears, thinking back on their time with him. Every one of them sharing with us who Tyler was and how much he meant to them.
He just turned out to be so wonderful. It's such a tragedy.
He was just so adoring, and I just loved being able to spend time with him. It was like a vacation when I got to see him.
I really hope that I can see him again one day, and I can tell him that I love him and I care about him.
The community outpouring following Tyler's death has been overwhelming. If you'd like to read more or find out how to donate to Tyler's funeral expenses, you can find this story on KXLY.com.
A 4 News Now consumer alert this morning. Nearly 500,000 children's activity gyms have been recalled because of a potential choking hazard. Close to 500,000 of Skip Hop's Silver Lining Cloud Activity Gym are being recalled because of the removable raindrop decorations. Those raindrops can easily detach and become a choking hazard. Skip Hop says you can fix it by cutting off the raindrops with a pair of scissors. You are then encouraged to take a photo of the toy with them removed, send it to the company through its website. Customers who do that will receive a $10 gift card and free shipping code for any other product.
Changes to school nutrition standards have helped reduce obesity in children. Researchers found an overall decrease in body mass index from 2005 to 2020 when standards mandated more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products. The overall BMI decrease was significant across age levels and income levels. The new study comes as U.S. leaders consider updates to further limit added sugars and sodium in school meals.
The future of ride-sharing is here. Amazon's self-driving car, Zoox, has successfully tested its robo-taxi with passengers on a public road. Zoox is a fully autonomous vehicle without a steering wheel or pedals. It has room for 4 passengers. There is no date set for a commercial launch since the vehicle will still need government clearance. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's now 6:37.
All right, we're sending it back over to Mark Peterson for a look at what's ahead of us today. And some areas still seeing winter weather advisory, huh?
We're really seeing this Idaho into Montana. It's going to last for another couple till 11 o'clock. That is when this will expire. And in some areas before, because we're seeing it continue to move south. Your full forecast is coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Big Table helps restaurant and hospitality workers in crisis and transition, offering care, coaching, and support.
Too often, the person preparing or serving your food is struggling to put food on their own table. Big Table serves hope through crisis intervention and relational care.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Big Table as they help enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
My grandfather, Doug Parker, started Parker almost 40 years ago, just a real small dealership with about 30 employees.
The people at Parker that make this place unique are hardworking, they know their jobs, and they're driven.
We have a lot of employees that have been here a long time, and I think that just ties into everything. Our culture, how we treat employees, we're always trying to become better people, become a better business, better community partner. It's our job to provide the best experience for every single person that walks in that door.
Wow, you guys really are taking the Zags Win You Win promotion seriously.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating is going to be refunding up to $6,000 of people's eligible equipment purchases, including yours.
Well, I hope you win.
Yeah, we got this.
It's Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale, and we want to present some furniture candidates.
First up is Lazy Boy. Pros, support successful movie nights, and at Kerner Furniture, we always have the lowest guaranteed price. Cons? None.
Next, we have a 7-piece dining room set. Pros, brings people together for quality time. Cons? None.
Cast your vote and bring home the most qualified furniture for your home during Kerner Furniture's President's Day sale.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
Choosing the right legal team is the most important decision you'll make. Craig Swap & Associates is a top personal injury law firm for one reason: we win.
Craig Swap & Associates, one call, that's all.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store.
It is now 6:40. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Drone footage out of New Zealand is showing the devastating effects of Cyclone Gabrielle.
Yeah, take a look at this. Widespread flooding, has caused landslides near the country's largest city of Auckland. One firefighter is missing and another was rescued with critical injuries. Just 2 weeks ago, Auckland was swamped by a record-breaking storm that killed 4 people.
Some tech workers at Walmart may be on the move. The company now says it'll close 3 of its technology hubs across the country in Texas, Oregon, and California. Workers who opt to stay would either have to move to a different California location or to the company headquarters in Arkansas.
Couples this Valentine's Day are showing their partners just how deep their love goes, literally. In Italy, couples trek 177 feet down St. Patrick's Well for a romantic, passionate kiss. That's about 248 steps. The tradition celebrates the depths of one's love in a symbolic way with a smooch.
And I love you, you love me. Barney is making a comeback. Mattel announced it is launching a new Barney TV show. This time, the purple dinosaur will be animated. Sounds like they're betting on a hit. There will be merchandising to go along with the new show, including toys, clothes, and books. Production on the original Barney show stopped in 2010 after 18 years on the air. Mattel says it's already secured broadcast and streaming partners for the show, but did not say who they are.
Another crop of parents going crazy. Good morning. Your 10-second takeaway. Calmer, cooler today. Not bad. Layers now. You'll need your shades later. The sun will come out, and we're going to have a high today of 37 degrees.
Now we're going to have the theme song in our head. Best of friends.
Let's try to avoid it.
It's now 6:42.
All right, Destiny Richards is in Coeur d'Alene at the Kroc Center with the Salvation Army this morning.
Yeah, we are talking all about the final day to donate to the Families Feeding Families food drive. Coming up, we're going to talk about one of the area food banks that all of these food donations are going to.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
RV show pricing continues now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Yes, every RV in stock at R&R RV Liberty Lake is show priced. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Shop online at rnrrv.com or visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake, Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
Would you like sparkling or tap?
Well, actually...
Dad, no. Showtime.
We brought our own, filtered by Culligan's reverse osmosis system.
Every time?
Like clockwork.
Do you guys want glasses for that?
Yeah.
At Culligan, we get that most people don't think about water like we do, and that's okay. See, when we install a drinking water filtration system, we're thinking about filtering up to 60 potentially harmful contaminants, so you can just think about drinking safer, better tasting water. At Culligan, we think about your water, so you don't have to.
Jonah here.
Before you decide on an SUV, I invite you to see and drive the Volkswagen Tiguan. It's impressive and it checks all the boxes. A roomy interior, plenty of cargo space with remote power liftgate. All-wheel drive, that's important in the Northwest. Solid performance, modern infotainment system with all the high-tech choices. Check out the Tiguan at your nearby Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Spokane and North Idaho's country leader. It goes like one margarita.
Bluebird in my heart.
Baby, you're playing hard to forget. The big 99.9 Coyote Country.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It is no longer the season of giving, but you can still spread the love today by helping families in North Idaho struggling with food insecurity.
The Salvation Army Kroc Center's Families Feeding Families food drive is collecting money and food items for area food banks running low on donations. Destiny Richards is live at the Kroc Center with how you can help today, and today's kind of the last day.
It is. You can bring these non-perishable food items or a donation of $50 right here to the Kroc Center today, and they're going to be accepting them until the Kroc Center closes. So make sure that you come on down. We are here with Kelly Austin with Spirit Lake Food Bank. You walked in this morning and already spotted things that your food bank needs.
Most definitely. We're definitely shy on some of the meats, canned meats, the one meal canned foods like the chilies, such like that. Powdered milks, definitely always a need.
Yeah, and definitely tell us about, after Thanksgiving and Christmas, is this really that time of year that those donations start to falter?
Yeah, it does. It gets a little bit slower, so there's a few more needs that you don't quite see at the holidays that we've already processed all that food out to the families during those meals, so you are a little bit shyer on the shelves.
Yeah, and something else we talked about was that it's really a network that you have to rely on with the Kroc Center, other food banks as well. So tell us a little bit about that and how that helps keep you going.
It's definitely a network. Everybody in the community helps. We've got the Kroc Center. There's always like the Second Harvest, which they've been hitting their walls as well with empty shelves. So we do look to the community more and more. So everyone takes a part to support the village.
All right, nice. Well, thanks for coming and talking with us. Some of this food is going right to that food bank as well as monetary donations, so we're really hoping it can help you out as well as families. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information about this food drive. It happens every year as well, so just keep that in mind too. And of course, you can just go and do that if you don't have any other Valentine's Day plans. Just spread the love to families as well. I'll send it back to you guys.
And as she said, you can bring your donations until the Kroc Center closes tonight.
Yeah, but don't wait. Here is a live look. Oh, the sun is trying to peek through. Well, it's not really even sunrise yet, is it?
No, but Mark said we're going to see it a little later today.
Yeah, about 14 minutes away, and then the sun's going to be up. We will see bits and pieces more so this afternoon, so we should get a romantic sunset, perhaps. Oh. All right, right now we're getting, again, light flurries continuing to fall south and moving out of the area, and now southeast as they change direction a little bit. So we're going to start picking up a little bit more into the Washington side, but these flurries have been very light. Temperatures right now, 18 into Colville, Sandpoint 32, 28 into Coeur d'Alene, so temperatures all over the board there. Regionally in our little area, yeah, they're all right there in the upper 20s. We're going to add about 10 to that. We're going to get it to 37 degrees. Going to be clouds, cool. The afternoon clearing out and clear and cold overnight with temperatures down to 23 degrees. Winds are going to be light, so some patchy freezing fog not out of the question tomorrow morning. Now we look at the radar and show you where all the energy is. A lot of it in Montana. We've got everything clearing out in the Puget Sound. If you're heading over to Seattle today and you're driving, you're not going to see any bad conditions over Snoqualmie Pass. They've been working it, but Stevens Pass is still a mess. Snow-packed, icy, traction tires required. We look at a closer picture view, oh yeah, we have seen that light snow continuing to come in. Not being a big deal in the lower elevations, but as you get to Lookout Pass, again, picking up 13 inches of snow. They're still dealing with that. And as you drive into Montana, you are going to see some snowpack, nicey conditions. All right, we're going to go 4-day forecast now for today. This is going to be a today event. And then we're going to still see and hold on to some of those mountain flurries through tonight. That continues to push out. While we could see a few isolated flurries, for the most part, we're going to be dry. And that's going to take us all the way to Saturday with, again, seeing more energy coming out of Canada when it comes to North Idaho and parts of northwestern Montana. That's it. Looking pretty good. Highs today are going to be nearing 40 degrees, especially downtown Liberty Lake and pushing into Post Falls. Upper 30s for everybody else. Really close and really consistent. We'll see some changes, though. Tomorrow it's going to be 38. We're going to have more sunshine than today, and then cloud cover, but temperatures in the low to mid 40s as we wrap up this week.
Not too shabby.
No, it's looking pretty good.
It is now just about 10 minutes before the hour.
All right, your morning sprint is coming up next. We thank you so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on a cloudy Tuesday morning. We'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Granite Concepts of Lewiston.
Chihuahua Casino is all about having fun. We have over 300 gaming machines and are always adding new ones. You could win your share of $6,000 cash. And one lucky winner will receive this 2023 Can-Am Commander. Drawings start at 5 p.m. Saturday, February 25th. Chihuahua Casino, we are the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking, jackpots, food, sports betting, live table games, and fun. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
Looking for style, power, and technology wrapped in Buick luxury? The 2023 Buick Envision Compact SUV has just what you're looking for, with technology like Amazon Alexa built-in, wireless smartphone charging, head-up display, and wireless compatibility for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Take the wheel and lease an Envision for just $345 a month. Come see the selection of new Buicks just off I-90 at George Gee Buick GMC, the top volume GMC Buick dealer in Washington State.
It took a lot longer than we expected, but our 4th and Thor location is accessible. We're eager and ready to meet customers and clean your vehicle. One side features a unique touchless wash system, or the other half has a self-wash wand base. Plus, the easy-to-use scrub and vac stations deep clean your upholstery and carpets.
Car Wash Plaza, it's the best in the Northwest. Find a location near you at carwashplaza.com.
Living in the Inland Northwest has its advantages, and one of those is working with amazing people who dedicate their time and efforts to help others. STCU's Volunteers Count is a program to say thank you for this service and inspire others to give back too. Please tell us about a volunteer at a local nonprofit that inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate them. Help us showcase those people who give of their time and truly make a difference. Volunteers Count, brought to you by 4 News Now and STCU.
Hey, have you seen this TikTok family pairing thing?
Yeah, it's a bunch of settings we can customize.
So
Shauna's parents will be like, okay, so I'm thinking 40 minutes of screen time a day. And Shauna's all like, what? I think 60 is fair. Or you know how Ricky posts those 6 solos? Well, his dad's like, these are sick, but they're only sick for you and your friends. Or you could be like, I'm extending your screen time, son, and your curfew.
I don't sound like that. Do I sound like that?
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, just about 6:53. That means it's time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson with what to expect for your Valentine's Day.
Destiny Richards is live at the Kroc Center with details on how you can get involved in the Families Feeding Families food drive.
But first, at least 3 people have been killed in a mass shooting at Michigan State University. Let's get to Sydney Charles with the details.
Police confirmed this morning that the 3 people killed are MSU students. 5 other MSU students were injured in the shooting, and they remain in critical condition this morning. The man's name accused in this shooting is Anthony McCrae. The shooting began Monday night at an academic building and later moved to the nearby Student Union, a popular gathering spot for students to eat or study. After a brief manhunt, police say McCrae shot himself off campus. He has no ties to MSU, and authorities have yet to uncover a motive. The very latest on this shooting is coming coming up next on Good Morning America.
All right, good morning, everybody. In our First Alert Weather, and that First Alert Weather app had these flurries perfectly. 28 with still some very light snow into Coeur d'Alene. We've got 27 degrees and, again, some patchy clouds above Spokane. Doppler radar, we see it moving south now, kicking east a little bit, so we're still not out of the flurry range. We're going to see for today temperatures that are going to warm up. We're going to be in the upper 30s throughout much of the region.
Questions about the future of Social Security, border security, and the debt ceiling filled the community center in Roselia yesterday, where U.S. Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers was on hand to try to provide answers. She also answered questions from farmers about redefining the waters of the United States and her plans to cut spending in Washington, D.C. It's part of the Congresswoman's town hall meetings planned for Eastern Washington. To read more details about what McMorris Rodgers plans are for the future, you can find this story on KXLY.com.
Washington State Commerce Director Lisa Brown announced she is stepping down March 3rd. She's been the head of the department for about 4 years. Brown served as a state representative for Spokane for 2 decades before being appointed to lead the Department of Commerce by Governor Jay Inslee in 2019. In her time as director, Brown expanded the Commerce's community engagement and outreach team.
Northern Quest Resort and Casino announced its first lineup of performers for its outdoor summer concert series. This year's lineup kicks off with the Avett Brothers on July 14th, then Jason Mraz and his super band just 3 days later. Metal fans can look forward to Ghost with Eamon Amarth on August 5th. Also announced in August, Young the Giant with Milky Chance. Toward the end of summer, you can look forward to Foreigner on September the 22nd and Dan and Shay on the 23rd.
Members of the Spokane community are mourning the death of 17-year-old Tyler Rowell, who was shot and killed in the Perry district last Wednesday in a drug deal turned robbery. He was one of 3 people shot at one location that night. His family and friends described Tyler as a funny, energetic, and loving young man whose life was unjustly stolen from him. We met with some of his family members and friends, including Tyler's grandmother, his cousin, his girlfriend, and some of his best friends. Every one of them sharing with us who Tyler was and how much he meant to them. If you'd like to read more or even watch this story online or even find out how to donate to his funeral expenses, find this story on KXLY.com.
And more breaking news this morning. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who served as United Nations ambassador with the Trump administration, announced she's running for president. She's the first major rival to officially challenge Donald Trump for the GOP nomination in 2024.
This morning, we've been live at the Salvation Army Kroc Center talking about the Families Feeding Families food drive. It's to help out area food banks that run low on donations after the holidays. These will all go to North Idaho food banks, and through that, families will be helped. You can go to our website, KXLY.com, for more information on the types of food donations they're looking for. You can also donate $50, and this is the last day to donate.
Before News Now, consumer alert. Nearly 500,000 children's activity gyms have been recalled because of a potential choking hazard. Skip Hop's Silver Lining Cloud Activity Gym are being recalled because of the removable raindrop decorations. Those decorations can become detached and become a choking hazard.
Changes to school nutrition standards have helped reduce obesity in children. Researchers found an overall decrease in body mass index from 2005 to 2020 when standards mandated more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products. The new study comes as U.S. leaders consider updates to further limit added sugars and sodium in school meals.
Looking to show your love without breaking the bank for today's holiday? Kristen Mitchell from the website Living Well, Spending Less recommends ditching the traditional restaurant date and spending a romantic evening at home instead. Other tips include recreating a memory like going on a first date spot, or have a dream night by making a plan for fun things to do in your future. Back with our final check of weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
From the beautiful craftsmanship of cabinets to the stylish looks of granite, quartz, and marble countertops, Northwest Granite has the staff and selection to help you transform your home, office, or cabin into the place of your dreams. Northwest Granite.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Let Fairway Floor's professional design staff help choose your favorite floor from major brands such as Shaw, Mohawk, Mannington, and Armstrong. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
Good morning, everybody. The cloud cover is here. In Palouse, Washington, picked up just about an inch of snow. We've had some light snow flurries. Those are all moving out of the area. Partly cloudy later on today. Our high is going to be 37 degrees, so yeah, you'll need some sunglasses. Tonight, it is going to get cold. Temperatures down to 23, warming to 38 tomorrow. So yeah, we could see some patchy freezing fog tomorrow. Then we warm up, the cloud cover comes in, the overnights warm up, and we're going to have low to mid 40s as we work our way into the weekend. Things are looking pretty good. So happy Valentine's Day with some sunshine later on.
Man, nice to have like a several-day stretch of dry weather in a row there.
Agreed. All right, we will see it throughout GMA. It starts next.